alone aren't going to secure your promotion or your next leadership challenge. Ooh, a little bit of lipstick there. All right. So let's dive straight into this. If you are a woman in leadership or you're aspiring to grow into a leadership position and you continuously find yourself going, I see people and others that are getting promoted, but why am I not getting promoted? Even though I have fantastic achievements, great results, I get things done, and still I'm not the one being tapped for the next promotion or asked to do any of these big stretch assignments or high profile assignments. If that's you, then you want to stick around and listen in today. And I also want to encourage you, because next week I'm doing my absolute last masterclass of this year. Is going to be 90 minutes packed full of value, all on elevating your executive presence, the secret to leading with more authority, as well as being that go-to leader without having to work harder. So definitely a masterclass you want to get into. If you can either register with a link in the comments or above in the description of the video, or DM me, Elevate, and I will get you the details to that masterclass for next week. All right, so let's just dive straight into the topic today. So your outstanding results alone won't secure your promotion. Look, I get this, because we've all grown up, especially as women, having heard like, oh, you need to work hard to be successful. And as girls, we've also been told over and over that we need to be nice, we need to be humble, we don't want to brag, right? So it's understandable you to think that, hey, you know what? If I do my work and the results should speak for themselves. But here's the thing. Think about it in the context of, there are millions and millions of books in the world, but the best written and the best researched ones are not always on the bestseller list. So how do you get recognized for outstanding results so that you can secure your own promotion? Well, like most New York Times best-selling authors aren't just sitting around hoping that their books are going to get noticed. Most best-selling books have agents that literally showcase their potential to a list of publishers. So in this, also you need to be just like that publishing agent, an agent for yourself and for your results in the workplace. So how do you go about doing this? And this is all the things that we work on within the Leadership Accelerator program. And I'm going to share with you just a couple of the 3 very specific, concrete ways that you can start acting as the agent of your results and your achievements. So let's dive into number 1. Number 1, speak up and take credit for your ideas. Don't expect or outsource this to your manager, to other colleagues, to the project lead. You really want to take ownership of your own ideas, as well as the credit when your ideas are implemented. The same goes for your results as well. Now, this can be as casual and as natural as sharing, for example, you know what, in past projects, I have seen the need to elevate it to a more strategic discussion and have a separate meeting or separate conversation with regards to execution. So as we're moving forward in this project, I would suggest this structure. Now, guess what you just did? 1, you shared your achievements of the past, showing your expertise, as well as that you have the authority, that you have the knowledge, that you know what you're talking about. And 2, you've also shared that next idea, which can be attributed to you as well. Number 2, I want you to promote your results to leaders inside and outside of your organization. So we often think, okay, well, I've told my manager that should be enough. It sits in my, especially this time of year with all your performance reviews, it's sitting in my performance review. I've documented it down. It should be good to go. Except if the performance reviews, I don't know about you, but they get shelved, they get, archived, and you never really see them again until you have to fill them out again the year after. And when it comes to your leaders, they have a lot on their plate. So if you're hoping that they're going to speak up for you, or hoping that, oh, well, if I do if I take on this extra project, someone is going to see all of my potential and the ability that I have, and then they're going to promote me. You could be waiting for a very, very long time for that to happen. So rather than allowing it to be up to somebody else to notice, it's up to you to begin to promote your results and push them out and share those with other leaders. Because a key part of a leader's job, now this is for you whether or not you're wanting to, you wanting to promote into your first leadership role, or you're wanting to be promoted into a director or a VP or an executive role. As you go up the ladder, the role of leaders has to also be is identifying the talent that exists and the potential that exists within the company. Except if you keep it quiet, you don't share, that talent doesn't get seen by others in the area. It's like, let me just get a quick metaphor thinking here. So it's like you've got buried treasure, right? It's on the beach, and there's this treasure that's under the sand. Now, if you had like a metal detector, maybe you'd find it. But not every leader has a metal detector and is willing to walk across the whole beach to try and find it. They want to see, they want to get their talent, but which ones are they going to do? The ones that are easily seen. The treasures that are on top of the sand, the treasures that are going, hey, look at me, look at me. And while you may not agree with that type of self-promotion, there are definitely a lot of ways, and I share those ways within the Leadership Accelerator as to how you can more naturally share your own results to leaders inside as well as outside the organization. And third, network. Because within your network, the more that you grow your network, the more relationships that you build within your network with key industry leaders, with key leaders within your organization, with thought experts, with people that may be in your industry, but also within your region. It's actually opening yourself up to being informed and kept up to date in terms of new opportunities that can come along and that you would be a great fit for, especially if you are sharing about how enthusiastic, or if you're looking for a start, you want to start to look for a new role. You don't want to start to look for a new role at the moment that you're ready to step into a new role. You want to start building that network and feeding your network, your accomplishments, the things you're looking for, your ambitions, so that as the roles are, as someone in an organization, it's like, oh, hey, I've got a new role coming up. There's a vacancy, or I see there's an opening coming up here. They start to think of you, that you start to become top of mind, both within your organization with your leaders, as well as outside of your organization with those in your network. So those are my 3 tips when it comes to how do you start to become an agent for yourself in the workplace. So there just is now one question left for you, right? Are you going to continue doing all of this incredible hard work, creating all these amazing results, and have it just kind of sit there in a corner buried under sand where no one gets to see it as you're waiting for people to notice all of the hard work you're going to do? Or are you going to be just like that publishing agent and start promoting yourself and sharing what all of your amazing results with your leaders in the industry within your organization, just like every successful sought after strategic leader does? Now, if that is you, I have helped over 65 plus women leaders in the past 2.5 years through my courses and programs. And I'm going to strongly encourage you once again to grab that link and register for my upcoming masterclass on all about elevating your executive presence, the secret into leading with authority and being that go-to leader without having to work harder. I'm going to share with you 3 proven strategies, all that have worked for the 65 plus women leaders to get recognized, get promoted, and or even more importantly at times, get the resources they need for their teams to be successful. Now, if that is interesting for you, either click on the link and grab your spot or DM me Elevate and I'll get you the details for that. So, just as a recap for today, your outstanding results alone aren't going to secure your promotion. So, it's just like those best-selling New York Times best-selling authors aren't sitting around hoping that their books are going to get noticed. Their agents are literally showcasing their books and the potential of those books to all of the publishers that they have on their list. And so you, similar to those publicists, need to become an agent for yourself and your own results. So how do you do that? You speak up and take credit for your ideas. Two, you promote your results to leaders in and outside of your organization. And number three, you begin to network strategically. So if any of this resonates or all of it resonates, you're like, I definitely want to go into this much more deeper, into more details, then register for the upcoming masterclass. It's going to be next week, Thursday. And again, you can either register using the link or DM me Elevate, and I will love to have you a part of that. Next week, it is the absolute last masterclass, last opportunity of this year. So take it and make sure that when you get started in 2024, you have got an amazing head start going into 2024. All right. Thank you so much.